moment of silence, for this moment of silence. For I have raised the noise floor too high, and now my entire sense of sound has been reduced to background noise. I scratched all my CDs, rubbed the needle raw on my record player still. I listened to the pops and crackles to fill the vacuum. At school, I hear kids say things like, "Music is my life. I would die without my headphones." I used to feel that way. I used to think my iPod was the ark, provider of solace from the daily flood of strangers. But the music I used to love doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I made my heroes into carpenters that they may build me a vessel fit for this storm, but instead I got a coffin. Even when I die, I will be separated from this world, the real world. Not the real world like taxes, age, college, homelessness, and civil wars. The real world that I experienced directly through my own goddamn senses. I have more evidence for the existence of this world than I do for the existence of the UP, and still, I'd moved to the UP before I gave up my headphones. These days, I cannot draw the line between conversation and interrogation. Where are you going to school next year? Got a job, got a girlfriend, got this, got that? My brain doesn't even translate these sounds into words anymore. It's all just static, hissing like a house cat on the defensive, like a snake sharpening its fangs, like a flash flood rain on a thin rooftop. But these copper coils are only another kind of precipitation. Lately, I've been walking between classes without a soundtrack. I've been turning off the radio when I get in the car. I've been painting abstracts at home when nobody else was around. I think there is something sacred about silence. Not like the inevitable awkward pauses in first date conversation where you grasp desperately to fill them as if the words you can scrape together could be any less empty. Not like the moments in church when the bulletin says, "Silence may be kept, but the pastor is in some kind of a hurry." Silence. Like waking up early in the morning, or going on midnight walks to nowhere at all when the roof feels too heavy, like napping with your best friend when you just can't sleep alone. Crowd surfing at La Dispute. Like a laying on of hands, the closest I'll ever get to zero gravity. Arrived home to a silence like I'd never heard before. The ringing in my ears was like the rainbow after the storm, God's promise never to drown me. Silence, dragging you up like an anchor, pulling you through the eye of the storm like threading a needle, bursting through the layer of clouds and seeing daylight unadulterated. Silence when you're too afraid to speak. Silence when the words cannot contain the meanings they're intended to convey. Silence when silence is enough.